not drink water. Dogs drink water. Camels drink water. Four-legged beasts drink water. Do you know in order to drink water scientifically, you will have to stand on all fours, you have to elongate your neck, and you have to lap the water with your tongue? Your tongue is not even long enough, and it don't have the type of muscles that other mammals have to even lap that water in. In order for you to drink water, you got to close your hands together, do this. You got to do everything but what you can do naturally with it to even drink this water. You getting water in cups and glasses. You weren't born with cups, glasses, and bowls and none of that other shit. These are utensils that you make for you can assimilate other creatures for you can start drinking these things. Just like you make knives and you make forks because you don't have claws like a carnivore, and you make these knives and these forks but you can claw and rip and tear into flesh, showing you that you were not created to eat flesh. Same thing when it comes to water that comes out of wells and oceans and lakes. You were not made to drink that. If you was, then your neck and your digestive tract would be made a certain way. Your tongue would be elongated a certain way so it can lap and get that water in. Guess what? You ain't got to do that when you're eating your water. See, you're supposed to eat water. You're supposed to chew water. You're not supposed to drink water. Human beings is not a drinking faculty, y'all. You do not drink water.
All right, Shalom, brothers and sisters out there.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Barakah HaKodash, which means all praises to Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Bahasham means in the name. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Barakah HaKodash means in the Holy Spirit, Spirit of truth, on the way we can worship the Father and the Son. Double honors to all apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers who are preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. It's a brother Matati from the Great Millstone Camp, the branch on Des Moines. And as you can see on your screen, this is a video from the elder Manata Zakba. His page is GMS South Carolina 08. And the title of his lesson is Response, You're Not Supposed to Drink Water. And I'm not sure what I'm going to title this lesson just yet, man. But these guys, man, matter of fact, the water Yahweh Basham Yahushua. This is exactly what I'm going to entitle it. So now, before I did the lesson, or before I pressed record, I should say, I just typed in drink water, right? And this is all 81 times drink water appears, right, in the Bible. So you can see I did the search, and we're going to pick out and go through certain of these precepts. But before I get that, I want to get the title for this lesson. This is Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey God, Yahweh Basham Yahushai, rather than men. And I believe that's what I'm gonna title this lesson, man. we should obey God rather than men. You got these dudes come. What the hell is he talking about, man? You see, and that's why Jake need a hard reset, man. That's why this place has to come down, man. The judgment of the Lord needs to run rampant upon these people. Anyway, it is ridiculous, man. Anyway, so now you can see I typed in drink water. So now the first precept is Genesis 21 and 19. It says, and the Most High opened her eyes, and the her is speaking about Sarah's handmaid, Hagar, right? Her name was slipping my mind. It's speaking about Hagar. It says, and the Most High opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle with water and gave the lad being Ishmael, drink. So here it is. The Lord opened her eyes to see this well of water that she was able to give her son something to drink. You see, water. Genesis 24 and 17. And the servant, and this particular servant is Abraham's servant, when he had sent him to go get a wife for Isaac, right? And the servant ran to meet her and said, let me, I pray thee, drink a little water of thy pitcher. You see, then he goes into the account where, he grabbed water for the camels and, verse 43, behold, I stand by the well of water, And it shall come to pass that when the virgin cometh forth to draw water, and I say to her, give me, I pray thee, a little water of thy pitcher to drink. So here it is, just accounts of what? Of people drinking water, right? This Abraham servant, this was Hagar giving Ishmael drink, right? So the human body is supposed to consume water. Because the body is made up of 75, 80% of water. So water is needed in order to sustain life. Matter of fact, this is the book of Sirach, 39 and 26. The principal things, right? Something that's principal is the first or chief, right? The chief things or the first things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. It named water first, man. Water is vital. It's everything on this earth needs water in order to continue to flourish. The flowers, the grass, the trees need water. All the beasts on the earth need water. We all need to drink water. What the hell? You're not supposed to, like, bro. Like a brother had put on the comment board, man. You know, Jake just be trying to be too damn deep, man. Doing too much, man. Exodus 7 and 18. This is one of the plagues that the Lord brought upon Egypt through Moses, right? And the fish that in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink of the water of the river. Verse 21. And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank, and the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. So before the Lord smote the rivers with blood, they were able to drink out of the river. You see, these dudes, verse 24, and all the Egyptians digged round about the river for water to drink, for they could not drink of the water of the river. And I was gonna say, ain't this dude like a black consciousness dude? I don't really know. I heard his name, before, here and there, but I don't know what this dude talk about, what he teach, what he stand for. It's like a lot of these dudes be comedic house of consciousness ass type niggas, man. But here it is, the Egyptians clearly says the Egyptians drink water right here. Since you niggas want to follow after everything the Hamites do. Exodus 15 and 23. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah, which in the Hebrew it means bitter. And the people murmured. Matter of fact, I read it through. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? And he cried unto Yahweh, and Yahweh showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statue and an ordinance, and there he proved them. So here it is. They were able to drink of the water, right? Because the tree healed the waters, man. This Sirach 38 and 5. Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? So the water became drinkable. Matter of fact, there was another account. I believe it was Jericho. Yep, 2 Kings 2 and 21. He went forth unto the spring of the waters and cast the salt in there and said, thus saith Yahweh Basham Yahushai, I have healed these waters. There shall not be from thence any more death or barren land. So the water was nutritious once again, man. If that's a word, nutritious. Yeah. But let's go back. Let's see what else we got. Look, this Exodus 17 and 2. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses and said, give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt Yahweh? right? And this is when the Lord had Moses smote the rock, right? Verse 6, Exodus 17:6. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. So here it is. The Lord had Moses smite the rock, and the water gushed out of the rock to where it satisfied the thirst of all the Israelites and their cattle and the animals that was with them, man. The hell is this dude talking about? You see, that's why we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. It's a whole lot of bugged out individuals out here, man. They're spewing out madness out of their mouth. That's why we should stick to what's written, you know, and how it's been interpreted properly, right? As it tells us in Nehemiah, the 8th chapter, the 8th verse. Okay, now that's going into a woman that if a spirit of jealousy come over her man, then the priest would cause her to drink the bitter water. Not eat the water. This niggas is crazy. Numbers 20 and 17. This is an account of us going through Yep. We was asking to have passage through the land of Edom. But this is verse 17, Numbers 20 and 17. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand or to the left until we have passed thy borders. Right? But the Edomites wouldn't let us go through. Let's see. Deuteronomy 2 and 6. Ye shall buy meat of them for money, talking about the Edomites and the land we were supposed to pass through, that ye may eat. And ye shall also buy water of them for money, that ye may drink. Verse 28, thou shalt sell me meat for money that I may eat, and give me water for money that I may drink. Only I will pass through on my feet. And these are just, a few precepts just showing you, man. Here it is. We was drinking water since the beginning. It's like, bro, who's the nigga that just pops up? You ain't supposed to drink water. Nigga, what? It's like a nigga saying you ain't supposed to breathe. This is 2 Samuel 23 and 15. And David longed and said, oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And 3 of King David's mighty men broke in through the Philistines just to get that water out of the well, man. Hey, the Lord told that particular prophet not to eat or bread or drink water in that place, and he went back and did both. The Lord smote him. Point being is that, bro, we drink water, bro. Second Kings 6 and 22, and he answered, thou shalt not smite them. Wouldest thou smite those whom thou hast taken captive with thy sword and with thy bow? Set bread and water before them, that they may eat and drink and go to their master. 2 Kings 18:31, hearken not to Hezekiah, for thus saith the king of Assyria, make an agreement with me by a present, and come out to me, and then eat ye every man of his own vine, and every one of his own fig tree, and drink ye every one the waters of his cistern. So all these precepts concerning drinking water, right? Well, how did the Lord sustain Elijah? First Kings 17 and 4, and it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So the Lord commanded Elijah to drink the water from the brook. And the birds brought him flesh. Verse 5. So he went and did according unto the word of Yahweh, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. See, your tongue gotta be elongated, and your neck gotta, and all that goof ass shit, man. Yes, we have to make a cup with our hands if we're drinking out of the river. That's written in the book of Judges. And those particular men, which were only 300 that did that, they were the ones that was chosen for the battle. Everybody else that put their face in there, they wasn't chosen for the battle, man. You know, you putting your hands and making it a cup and drinking it, that's you staying alert. You keeping your head on the swivel. Those men that put their face down, they wasn't being circumspect. Why would you take a guy that's not circumspect into a battle? That's why the scriptures tell us to walk circumspectly in these last days, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time. And as vital as water is to the body, that's why the Lord compares the word to water, because it's vital for our spirit. It says in Sirach, the 15th chapter, it says she will give us the bread of understanding to eat and the waters of wisdom to drink. You see? But let a nigga tell it, oh, you supposed to chew your water. From there, let me get this in Isaiah, the 33rd chapter. Because the Lord is going to sustain, his chosen. I'm going to start at 14. Isaiah 33 and 14, it says, the sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness hath surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? So who's gonna be delivered from the destruction, right, and the hell to be brought forth upon America? He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly. He that he that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, man. Speak ye truth, every man to his neighbor. Speaking wholesome, right words. Rightly dividing the word of truth directly and correctly. He that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil, he shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His waters shall be sure. Which is why the Lord said, my servant shall eat, my servant shall drink, my servant shall rejoice. You see, even in John, the 4th chapter, did not our Lord Yahweh Shai, right, ask for some water of the well to drink? He even told the lady, if thou knowest who asketh for a drink, So these dudes, man, as these guys get worse and worse, we ought to be moving in the opposite direction. As it is written in Proverbs, the 4th chapter, man, it says that the path of the just shineth brighter and brighter unto that perfect day. So we ought to be growing in grace and in knowledge, growing in maturity and honesty and in sincerity, growing in faith. You see, growing in our application through the Spirit of how to apply these things within our lives. Because as these people are going more left, we ought to be going more right, So we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. So I'm gonna end it there. Lord's will, I hope this was edifying, just to show that, man, we drink water, man. Water is meant to be drunken. Once again, going back to that Sirach, the 39th chapter, it's a principal thing for man's life. So Lord will, I hope this was edifying. Thawadi Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, for giving me spirit to do this lesson. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakah HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. Shalom.